Have you ever finished a challenge, a course, or a project and then wondered, now what? The truth is, in order for transformation to truly stick, you need to identify what are the actions, behaviors, patterns that are actually requiring to be integrated into your day to day life, become part of your DNA in order for them to be permanent and long lasting. Welcome to any new viewers and welcome back to the returning viewers. This is the 90-day challenge to reclaim the authentic you, and this week is week 11. This is all about preparing for integration. It's not about doing anything new, it's about reflecting on what we've done over the past 10 weeks and identifying what are those activities, tasks, routines, habits that we want to incorporate in our day to day life beyond this 90-day challenge. Because this isn't about reaching a finish line, it's about laying the foundations and creating the momentum for us to keep going and keep being our authentic selves and showing up as our best version. So, the 7 micro tasks for this week start with day 1, and this is identifying what is that habit, that routine, that behavior that you want to carry forward. Now, it could be something that you picked up in the earlier weeks, it could be something that you've sort of developed as the challenge has progressed. What is that one thing that is a non-negotiable for you? For me, I was doing the gratitude before and I was doing some of the self-reflection, but combining the two together is a non-negotiable for me now. Starting from that place of gratitude in the morning, it sets me up for the day ahead because my mindset and my mood is already in that place of, yeah, I am grateful. I am showing up with intention. And the self reflection enables me to identify, well, how am I feeling in my body? How are my energy levels? What have I got in my plan for the day ahead? And how do I want to show up? What are my intentions for my interactions, both with myself and with the people around me? So you identify what are those habits and those patterns that you are non-negotiable for you going forward. On day 2, it's identifying the sustainable practices. And this is where, what have you been doing and has shifted from it being a push, a bit of a struggle because it was unfamiliar. And now, because you've done it enough times, because you've consistently shown up, it becomes easier and therefore it becomes sustainable. Now, in the Atomic Habits by James Clear, in that book, he sort of identifies 4 of the kind of rituals that you need to follow in order to make change permanent, where you want to make it easy, sustainable, fun, and take away any friction, any resistance. So the things that, it might just be what you want to carry forward from your kind of day 1, but maybe there's more. For me, I've created a morning routine. It's not just doing the gratitude and the self-reflection. It's about moving my body, fueling my body, hydrating my body, and taking that whole kind of holistic view of the practice that is something that is easy, it's effortless, it brings so much joy and contentment that I'm actually looking forward to the start of each day. Day 3, the micro task, is about noticing the identity shift that has occurred over these past 70 plus days. On day 1, you were a different version of you. And now, because you've taken action, because you've watched this content, because you've chosen to prioritize yourself and do all or some of these micro task activities, you will have evolved in a different version of yourself. So, who is that person? For me, I have become the person who is compassionate and self aware of the inner dialogue that's going on in my head. And as a result, I get to show up. I get to choose to show up as my best version every single day. Yes, some days it might be easier than others. However, I've noticed the identity shift. I'm different to how I was when I did the first video in this series versus how I feel and how I'm showing up today on week 11. Day 4, from doing to being, notice that transition. It's not all about just doing and achieving, it's about being present, being curious, being compassionate, being present the in the moment, and in so doing, becoming self-aware. How am I talking to myself? How am I showing up? Am I aligned? Are what I'm being asked to do and what my values are they aligned? Or is there resistance? Is there conflict? And then lean in, become curious, investigate and figure out. So start becoming aware. What have you stopped just doing and it's become part of your being and who you really are? Day 5, protect your shift. And this is where you'll have noticed your identity shifting, your behavior shifting, and how you're actually showing up. And this is about protecting that, ensuring that no matter how busy, how chaotic life may get at times, that you are ensuring that you're filling your own cup, that you're coming from a place of gratitude and energizing fullness, and then you're able to give and share with other people. So, what is the one thing that for you has become your superpower that you want to protect at all cost? Day 6, it's about celebrating your inner strength. When we started this quest on day 1, there's probably a lot of beliefs that we had that have shifted and morphed over time. We've built more resilience in our strength and the bravery to stand up and set boundaries. And in some instances, slow things down rather than go at 100 miles per hour. Slow down, become aware. And this is where you get the opportunity to celebrate all those inner strengths that you've built. Some of them might have been there, but you've strengthened them because you've practiced them more. And some you may have not even been aware of before, but this whole practice of becoming more self-aware and being more present and intentional might have shifted your focus, and now you can actually see them and then celebrate them too. Day 7, it's about defining your legacy. This 90-day challenge, what was the whole meaning and purpose that you had set out, that you decided that you're going to follow this content and you're going to do these micro tasks? What did you want to do? Was it just to support me? Thank you very much if that was the case. But were you doing it because it was triggering something within you? You wanted to learn a little bit more about yourself. You wanted to sort of unpeel all these layers of expectations of the way that you used to be and behave. And now you get to unpeel and reveal the authentic you, who is magnificent, because we all are. We are beings of light, of love, and of infinite possibilities. However, sometimes our conditioning and our life experience to date makes us play small rather than stand in the spotlight of and be the main character in our own movie, our own life story. So for you, what was the whole purpose of this 90 days? And if you haven't given it any thought, maybe now is the time for you to do and define, what do you want this to mean? And therefore, how are you going to show up for the next couple of weeks of this challenge? For those of you that have stuck around to this point, thank you very much. I hope that you have taken part in some of the microtasks activities. If you have not watched the previous content, I'll link it at the end so you can go back and watch the previous 10 weeks. If you want some additional support as well, I've got a free PDF resource that I've been creating each week, and I've got the details in the description below. I'm happy to share that information with you. in order for you to really self coach yourself. Because even if you're just joining us at week 11, you can go back and do the previous 10 weeks, or you can just choose to join from this point onwards. So if you have liked, please like and subscribe if you've not already done so. If there's someone in your life that would benefit from these kind of coaching activities to slow down and really tap into who they truly are, in order for them to really show up for themselves in an authentic and loving and kind way, I want you to go out and seize the day. Have the most amazing day. And remember, there's always choices in life, so choose wisely. Bye until the next one.